all I'll say is Ilhan Omar and Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, should be counting their days because someone major is coming. Okay. Big Mike is coming. And I'm not talking about Michelle. I'm talking about the real Big Mike. He's coming to absolutely shatter the political system currently there, the incumbent political system in Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Have a huge special guest for this very special episode. A political earthquake just went off in Minnesota, where my guest is from. Neil Johnson is joining us from Minnesota to talk about this earth-shattering news. Neil, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're doing well with your My Pillow at night when you go to sleep, because we're recording this at a very late hour, Neil, right?
Yeah, yes. But I love my pillow. I've got six of them, you know. I mean, I got travel pillows, regular pillows. I love Mike Lindell. I've traveled with him. I think he's a great guy. So
Yeah. And that's why we have Neil here, because you won't believe who's running to replace Tim Walz, who's running to upset the political system up there in Minnesota, or Neil's case at home. It's your political system.
yes.
Mike Lindell, ladies and gentlemen, is running. He has filed the paperwork to challenge Tim Walz for Minnesota's governor, and he says he wants to save the state, and he's the only person who can do it. Neil, look, you are a top 5 My Pillow salesman. Mike Lindell owns My Pillow.
Hmm.
In fact, viewers can use your code lumberjack at checkout if they're trying to get maximum savings at My Pillow.
Yes.
You're someone that knows Mike better than me. I know Mike personally, but you know me even more personally. You and Mike are very close. How did this news come about?
Well, I mean, I've known for a while. I mean, we've talked about it. I knew he was going to run. He was just wanted to get paperwork in order. I know he's been out in D.C. a lot lately. I'm sure there's been discussions out there. Um, yeah, I mean, I like to hold things a little close to the vest on the things I know because I don't, Mike's told me a lot of things, but the bottom line is Mike would be a great governor. And I'm going to tell you why, George,
Mm.
because if you look at all the fraud going on in Minnesota right now, and you look at how hard,
Wait, hold on. Which kind of fraud? Because there's a lot. You know, there's
well,
election fraud. There's Somalis stealing American taxpayers' money and sending it to Mogadishu, whatever their capital is called, and buying all kinds of real estate and building things there. Which kind of fraud? Be specific.
well, I mean, we got stable housing fraud. We've got Somalian fraud. We've got feeding our future fraud. We've got, I mean, the list is endless. The fraud that has happened under Tim Walz's watch. And if you want to know something really wild, George, Keith Ellison, the Attorney General of Minnesota, I'm producing a video on that right now. He not only knew about the fraud, Keith Ellison did a quid pro quo on the fraud.
He said, I'll let you go. I won't prosecute you if you donate some of the money to my campaign. Is that what he said?
Well, not exactly. I mean, he's not that dumb. Okay.
Well, look, that's what I conclude. That's what I'm alleging that. That's what I saw.
Yeah, no, it's really bad. And the thing about Mike, you have to understand his company has been under massive attack. I mean, he was under his servers were under attack, his banking relations were under attack. I think Mike switched banks 3 times, not out of choice. And in spite of all that, he has kept this company going in spite of all the lawsuits and everything. There is nobody who I've watched him. There is nobody who can juggle funds better. And you look at all the fraud and the deficit right now in Minnesota. Okay, and you go, wow, there is nobody better positioned to handle that, who can actually knows how to deal with those kinds of shortfalls because he's trying to get product in, right? It's the holidays. And
Yeah.
everybody buys holidays. So he's trying to manage this and he's running out of product here, trying to bring product in over here and keep all his employees paid. It's amazing. The guy's a juggler.
Right. So he's dealing with his company and making sure it stays up. And that's another reason why I think, look, the campaign is not a joke. He has a legitimate chance at upsetting the political system there because Glenn Youngkin won in Virginia in 2021 because he focused on an issue that united everybody, parents' rights. He said these school boards are out of control. The government should not be telling kids what they should do with their bodies and how they should dress and which bathroom boys are allowed into. And so he campaigned on that unifying message, and it won him a majority of votes. He got a bunch of Democrat voters. So Mike Lindell, I think, can do something similar with fraud in Minnesota. Fraud, as in the scams and schemes we're seeing with Somalians making fake addresses, using PO boxes to make fake companies to apply for federal grants.
Nuts.
He can really focus and hone in on those issues. And I think everyone knows Tim Walz is very isolated right now. He looks very bad on the national stage. When the New York Times is writing articles saying $1 billion has been stolen by the residents, not all the residents, like 80,000 Somalians in your state, that's a lot of money. People are going to want accountability. And I think Mike Lindell just highlighting that could really propel him. And he's very popular, right? My Pillow employs a lot of people. People know of My Pillow. He might be a controversial name nationwide, but Minnesotans probably, and you're going to confirm this, see him as someone who has made it, the American dream, going from the life he led very early on to who he is now. Is that kind of true?
Well, yeah, I mean, anybody who meets Mike Lindell has a tough time not liking Mike Lindell. Now, like so much of politics, there's a caricature of him that is painted on the left that does cause a certain amount of people, obviously, to not think well of him. But even I teach cycle at the gym, and I talk to these people, and some of them don't like Trump, but they like Mike. They think Mike's a little crazy, but they still like him. They own his pillows. It's just, I mean, because you've had a My Pillow, it's like there's no going back. So it's one of these things. It's complicated, but on a whole, Mike has an energy and he has a charisma to him. Even in traveling with him to the RNC, when I would walk around with Mike and we were going to these different things and I was doing some video work with him, I mean, a gaggle of people would be all over us all the time wanting pictures with Mike Lindell. He's very popular with the base. Now, a lot of people are going to question whether or not he can win in a general. I know some of the people in the Minnesota State Legislature who really feel, who are in like the campaign selection committees, and they really want to see a suburban woman run. That's what they want to see.
A suburban woman. That's some identity liberal politics nonsense. Like it has to be a suburban one. But I kind of get it though, because a state like yours,
like yours, you're from Colorado, George.
Hey, you're right. You're right. I am. Yeah, you're right. I am in Colorado. Yeah, you know what?
Your governor, doesn't he have a husband?
Yeah, man. Look, hey, your governor uses tampons. Let's not go there. Okay, let's not go there.
He poisons schools to use them, but anyways.
Yeah, let's not go there, man. But yeah, I mean, Mike said if I run, it's going to be because I want to save my state, and I believe I'd be the best qualified of anyone to do it. I've lived in Minnesota my whole life, born and raised there, and what's going on with the fraud and with our governor, it's shameful. So he's already making that something that he wants to focus on. And what I think with Mike Lindell, Neil, is he's such a unique figure. Like you said, people at your gym like him, but not Trump. It means you can like Mike Lindell without necessarily being a major Trump supporter. But if Mike had Trump's backing, Trump is going to think of it like this. Mike has won in life, so he has a tendency to win. That's how Trump likes to see people. He might think of it like Mike or any other Republican is a guaranteed loss anyway. So let's go with a guy who's an outsider like me. Let's go with a guy. Let's endorse him for this race because he's just different. He's going to be liked by people from different angles, from different sides. I think that's how Trump might view it. And him and Mike are personal friends, so I would assume the president will endorse him.
Yeah, I would think so. The last time I was actually doing a live stream with Mike, it would have been this last Saturday. He needed to wrap it up because the next call he had was with President Trump. So, I mean, obviously he's got a good relationship there and they have a strong rapport. So,
right. I mean, every time I talk to Mike, it feels like he's at Mar-a-Lago or at Bedminster or going to the White House. Like I'll text him and he'll be like, George, I'm going to fly. Okay. No one loves Mike Lindell more than me. No one loves my pillow more than me. I sleep on my pillow. It's a great pillow. In fact, the best code to use for my pillow is lumberjack at checkout for all the best savings. No one has a better code than you. It's top five, but not. It's not four. It's not five. It's not three. It's not two. It's one. Top one. But yeah, Neil, I'm really excited about this for your state. And you need someone with energy. We don't really want to see
We
some
have big
traditional.
problems to fix. We have
You have
big
big
problems.
problems to fix. And, let's say Mike doesn't win. And, there's a strong possibility of that. We're not dumb. Let's say he doesn't win. What he will have achieved is bring tremendous pressure and attention to the situation in the Somali Republic of Minnesota. He would have brought all kinds of eyeballs to the situation. I know you're trying to laugh, but you can't because there's it's true. Like it's not even a joke. It is a Somali. You guys changed your flag to resemble Somalia essentially.
Yeah, I don't have that new Minnesota flag, man. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, don't ever change it. Stick with your blue one with the was it deer in the middle? Something like that.
It's a whole. I won't get into it. It's a historical thing. I mean, it was a beautiful flag that represented a lot, and now we have one that looks like Somalia. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like any generic country out there, man.
Everything about Minnesota's gone generic. Have you seen our state logo? We used to have a cool state logo. Now it looks like some piece of crap, all happening under Tim Walz. I mean,
Yeah.
little M with an N connected. You go look at it. It looks dumb.
Look, all right. Well, Neil, all I'll say is Ilhan Omar and Tim Walz, Tampon Tim, should be counting their days because someone major is coming. Okay. Big Mike is coming. And I'm not talking about Michelle. I'm talking about the real Big Mike. He's coming to absolutely shatter the political system currently there, the incumbent political system in Minnesota. Thank you very much, Neil, for joining us. You can find Neil on YouTube, Lumberjack Logic. Just search it, or just Neil E. Johnson. Okay. And Neil and I are going hunting next year. So that's going to be huge. I think in March or April. That's when we're going to start looking at tags and
Oh yeah, well
licenses. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. But thanks for coming on, Neil.
George.
Yep.
Thanks for having me. Love
Yep.
your show.
Bye bye.